So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Upabio. Today's story is so bonkios, so kurukere that we have to begin with a DJ music. DJ, give me the jam.
Agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. DJ for settlement, you can't tell me nonsense. Agreement is agreement, yo. Without DJ for settlement, you can't tell me nonsense.
We have a very serious case before us today. A very indicting case has been reported to us and is currently on our table. Court is in session. My dear panel of judges, step to the front and occupy the front seats. The case that we are saddled with today in the Court of Social Media Justice is a case of deceit, of fraud, of breach of trust, and of breach of contracts. It is a very serious one. And it involves none other but our African giant, BURNA Boy, who stands as the accused or the defendant. And on the other hand, SOPHIA, who stands as the plaintiff, our client. Since the accused in this case, BURNA Boy, does not need any introduction, I'll just go ahead to tell you a little about the plaintiff, SOPHIA. SOPHIA Chinwe Ebweje is a Lagos-based socialite, model, and entrepreneur. The word entrepreneur go regret the day when you enter Nigeria. SOPHIA is a businesswoman dealing in the business of fashion and cryptocurrency. Not cryptocurrency, crypto. SOPHIA was born on the 1st of June 1996. So she is 28 years old and she hails from Anambra State. She attended a private Christian university, Covenant University, where she obtained a degree in accounting. Well, she never made use of the degree. SOPHIA's preferences leaned towards travels, lifestyle, and luxury experiences. Body all done, radiating the soft life and surrounded by equally glamorous friends. SOPHIA had a penchant for showcasing high-end aspirational way of living. And of course, she will utilize social media, Instagram in particular, to share glimpses of her glamorous life. SOPHIA had a friend called Ama Reginald, who is also a socialite, or should we say a social climber. We can hardly draw a distinction between these two these days, can we? So Ama Reginald is also that girl out there who projects this high-end lifestyle, elegant living, 5-star restaurants, fancy cars, and VIP gatherings. So there were some sort of birds of a feather and the perfect match for friendship. Ama Reginald used to be Hilda Bassi's best friend, the celebrity chef Hilda Bassi. But after a while, they fell out and Ama moved on to other friendships, one of which is with our client of today, SOPHIA. So this Ama of a lady is currently dating, is in a relationship with a certain man called King Manny, who is BURNA Boy's best friend, like right-hand man, he's Alobam. So yes, SOPHIA's friend Ama Reginald was dating BURNA Boy's friend Manny. And so one way or the other, BURNA Boy saw SOPHIA and she tickled his fancy, and so he wanted to consummate a transaction that would lead to the amalgamation of the pelvic region. So Ama Reginald approached her friend SOPHIA and she was like, hey babes, BURNA wants to meet you. Ha! Don't slack at all, don't dull. Don't forget that he gifted his ex-girlfriend, British rapper Steph London, a Rolls Royce Cullinan, a car that costs almost 500,000 US dollars. That's over 650 million naira. Ha! That's what he just dashed Steph London just like that. No wonder this lady, Chloe Bailey, ran from America to come and frolic with him and do my babe, my babe. Babe, do not dull, do not slack, do not fold my hand. I beg you, go and shake body.
The owner of the strip club telling me I should please not meet BURNA through Ama, because he wants, obviously, I knew that he wanted to make money. So he wants
Okay,
to situation
yeah.
when BURNA will come and then BURNA will spend money. And I said, okay, no problem, that's fine. So that day, Ama was messaging me. I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Bayrock. You can meet me at Bayrock. You can bring BURNA there. I'll also, like everybody that has been calling me, they should all just come there and
Yeah.
meet me. After I went to Bayrock, after the party, BURNA started telling me that let's go home.
But Sophia was like, oh my god, she doesn't like doing all these artists. These artists do not have anything much to offer. She doesn't like balling, as in rolling or doing them, if you get what I mean. But anyhow, Sha, Ama linked Sophia to BURNA and they began talking. So when they linked up, BURNA indicated his interest to buy some cryptocurrency from her bank reservoir. Oh my god, why do I keep making this mistake? Cryptocurrency from her reservoir. And she clearly told him, no. Unambiguous. My client, Sophia, told BURNA Boy, that she wants to buy a Lamborghini. She has started gathering some money for it, but it's not complete. And BURNA Boy, on his own accord, with his own mouth, he didn't have a gun to his temple. He didn't have a machete to his throat. On his own accord, he was like, okay, it's all right. I'm gonna take care of that. It's all right. Put it on me.
Oh, I said no, so went upstairs. BURNA was there. BURNA started calling me and she was going to sit beside him. He was not talking. So after like 3 months. So
Yeah.
that Manny told him I'm trying to buy a Lambo truck. I should have just said that to him. That he would have gotten it for me. How much is a Lambo truck? Just that I shouldn't tell anybody about it. That he wants to be my guy. That trust me, you're going to end up loving me. I should just give me a chance. Just talking long.
Yeah.
Sure, you are seeing this thing, panel of judges. Let us be fair in our verdict, though. Okay, let us go on with the story. So BURNA Boy willingly accepted to buy the Lamborghini for Sophia in exchange for some good time. And so on this fateful night, they met at a club. After their party after party, after their party, BURNA Boy asked her to follow him home to go and conclude the amalgamation of the pelvic region. And she did. When she got to the quarters of BURNA Boy, to her utmost embarrassment, his security took her phones from her. She was so bitter because she said that she has even been with Wizkid, and Wizkid people didn't take her phone.
I didn't even like being around him because when I was going to his house, the security guy was like, no phones allowed and all of that. I'm just like, the fuck, I don't want to be here. It was like Manny that came and said, don't touch the phones and all of that. BURNA was like, sorry. I was already irritated by all of that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I hang out with Wiz a lot. Like, nobody comes to come and tell me, give me phone or all of that.
And you
like,
don't even post.
Yeah. Let us just say BURNA Boy was being extra careful before his face will appear after conjugal duties, like our star Davido's own. So she entered his room. They rode Janglova, hopped on the bouncy castle, and did everything doable that happens on the playground. And when they were done, she went back home. This is where the story began to get K-leg. Court still in session. If you are following this case, members of the jury, say yes, Neze, we are following the case. Drop in the comment section. Begin to drop your comments. Begin to give this video a big thumbs up if you haven't already. Begin to subscribe if you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing. I got my eyes on you. Begin to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Let us solve this issue because agreement is agreement. I am not a propagator of injustice. So, after she delivered her polling units and went back home, Oyanu, Odogu, play your part. She didn't hear from Odogu again. Where is the Lamborghini? Lamborghini she no see. What of the money to buy the Lamborghini? Money she didn't see.
Why are you in a hurry? Why are you in a hurry?
We are in January. You said you
January. Did I tell you January 4th? Did I tell you January 10th? Did I tell you January 16th? You people are just calm down.
Odogu disappeared. Odogu disappointed. Iyonkon disappointment yo. Odogu disappoint her. Iyeleke disappointment.
Amaka disappoint me. But the Yeleke confusion. Amaka disappoint me.
That is how Odogu that is supposed to have doings. Ene ekweku, ene. Talk and do. Odogu gave his word. Odogu chop. Clean mouth. No trace of oil in Odogu's mouth. You see why I cannot take it easy with him?
If you not getting me,
Forget about it. I know by Lambo. Is that why I shout? Them day.
So Sophia took to a phone call to explain to her friend everything that happened. And somehow, this voice note leaked. That one is a story for another day. Please, if you have secrets, please, buy the asheri face to face. If you want to gossip face to face, because now you can be talking, somebody will be recording you without you knowing. You can imagine such a private revelation leaked on social media, and everybody had to see and hear that Odogu promised Sophia Lamborghini. Chop, clean mouth, and refused to buy it. When this news got out to social media, people were divided on where they stood about it. Some people were like, oh, I'm a robber. What sort of exchange rate is this? What do we call this exchange rate? 1 Bitcoin of cryptocurrency equals to 1 Lamborghini of almost 500 million naira. My God. What kind of exchange rate is this? One don't pass black market. Oh. This one a red market. He red. He don't red. They were like, babe, if no be say, why you fool your eye? Why would you imagine that because of one episode of Janglova, you want to chop full national budget of Benin Republic? That is unrealistic, girl. Please. Now, that was what this set of people were talking about. But for the other set of people that didn't quite agree, they were like, no, you can't say that. An agreement is an agreement.
Agreement is agreement, yo. Settlement, you can't determine us. Agreement is agreement, yo. Without reaching for settlement, you can't determine us.
You made a commitment, you made a promise, and she took you for your word. From time immemorial, men have bought women diamonds and estates and houses and cars. It is not a new thing for a man to spend a fortune on a lady just to get the cookie out of the jar. After all, she didn't force him. He willingly and voluntarily agreed to buy her the gift. So why is he being so corny and cocky? After enjoying the cocoa, he then reneged on his own part of the agreement. Is he good? So at this point, you know I'm always helpless and powerless when it comes to judging this matter. I said, let me bring it to you guys, my panel of jury. What do you think about this case? Are you with the first school of thought that believe that that was an unfair deal and there was no way she should have expected that she was going to get a Lamborghini for that? Or are you with the second thought that believe that an agreement is an agreement and Burna Boy should have some honor to fulfill a promise since the girl had played her own part? Do drop down in the comment section. How do we, this honorable court of social media justice, how do we pass judgment to Burna for this obvious breach of contract? Is he guilty or not guilty? If he's guilty, drop guilty down in the comment section. And if you rule not guilty, please drop that also down below. Now, this whole incident and my choosing to react to it has a deeper intent and meaning, as always. Trust me, if it were just the gist of Burna did this, Ama, Lamborghini, I possibly may not have even covered the story at all. But I have a very important message that I want to pass. Now, not judging Sophia at all. She is an adult. Her body is hers. And she can do with it whatever she chooses to. But still, I can't help but think for a second. If this cryptocurrency transaction pulled through and Sophia got the Lambo, Burna Boy bought her the Lamborghini, I can only imagine her getting all dressed. Hair, nails, clothes, everything on flick. Makeup on, photo shoots, unveiling my gift from me to me. And you see young guys mouth drooling, wondering, God, when? And you see my young ladies, 20-year-olds, 21, 22, whose lives have not even started, already feeling like a failure, like they have failed in life. After all, this is a girl that is in her 20s too. So how is she living the life of paradise? While me, I am here with loan sharks, getting threatened by loan apps that they will publish my picture. And they are sending threats to all my contacts on WhatsApp. Adebayomi Adeleke owes us 32K. He is a prostitute that sleeps with dogs. Tell him to pay this 30K or we will publish his picture. How can I still be dealing with this? But look at my mates. Please listen. Social media is a highlight reel and not reality. The truth is that many socialites only showcase the glitz and the glamour, luxury trips, designer outfits, expensive vacations. But what is rarely or never revealed at all are the struggles, the unhealthy compromises, and the painful sacrifices behind the scenes. Most of what is posted online are carefully crafted, exaggerated, or sometimes totally faked to maintain an image of success. My dear brothers and sisters, listen to me. Please, I beg you, do not ever compare the entirety of your life to somebody's edited, highlighted reel. Secondly, comparison leads to poor decisions and pressure. There's a saying that comparison is the thief of joy, right? That's how they put it. Any woman who can master the art of satisfaction and contentedness will have her V-boots. Thank her for it. But any woman who is insatiable, drowns in competition and comparison, her V-boots will pay for it, especially if she's not self-sufficient and very hardworking. I bring myself into my videos recently, not because I enjoy it. I would rather not say anything about myself. But with every passing day, it dawns on me, I begin to realize that God leading me to YouTube is not just because I want to entertain or I want to make a career out of social media. No, it is like a divine gift, a mission of purpose to impact and change lives. And that is why when people write to me and tell me what I have done in their lives with just my mouth, nothing gives me better satisfaction. So sometimes it's impossible for me to escape standing as a living witness or testament to some things that I preach to aid relatability, to drive believability. I'll tell you this very short story. I went to a private university in Nigeria, the most expensive private university at the time. Those who are Nigerians will understand how expensive it is to see a child through private university. Now, of course, private universities are not reserved for the regular person. It is a place where wealthy businessmen, politicians, affluent people send their children to. But I was neither a politician's child. I was just from a good, decent family that believed a lot in empowering a female child and giving me the very best education. So when JAMB, J-A-M-B, do you know JAMB? That's the body in charge of, admissions and all of that before you can get into university. So when I sat for JAMB and JAMB withheld my results, my father said, no, this my darling daughter will not sit at home. My parents took me to a private university. So in such universities, there will definitely be pressure because it is filled with children of the creme de la crop, children from homes where money is not a problem. Maybe why they didn't send their children abroad is because maybe some people are scared. Then also, sending children abroad or going abroad to study was not as prominent as it is now. So some parents will just send their children to the best or most expensive university. Some will not want to let their children off their sites. They want to, they don't want the children to be alone abroad. So very wealthy people, very wealthy children, creme de la crop, affluent families, that is where you find their kids. And there I was. So there was the pressure out there in the atmosphere. It was palpable enough to be felt. To meet up, to show off. I'm talking about a school where a lot of my classmates used cars that the lecturers could not afford. Almost everybody had a car or had enough money to charter private taxis wherever they're going to. But never, ever, ever for once did I feel any pressure to want to belong, to want to fit in, to want to live above my standard. I was consumed with the spirit of contentment, joy, and fulfillment. Anything that my parents could afford to give me was what I had and what I used and what I was happy to be with. Throughout my 5 years stay in the university, I was staying in the regular school hostel, the standard hostel as they call it. But then it was a taste of class for you as a big girl to pay for the private hostel. There was the private hostel. I found complete fulfillment staying in the normal hostel. And when I want to make my hair then, right in the campus, there were these big salons where the big girls drive to and go and make their hair. And they were charging 1,000 naira to fix weave on. Yeah, sure. When outside the campus in the village, you know, most schools, there will be inside campus and there will be outside the village. Right outside the village there, hairdressers were charging 200 naira to fix fringe. That's why I carry myself, go outside, go meet Baba Blessing. Baba Blessing knock me fringe that I was standing. But darlings, anytime I want to make my hair, I just walk outside, save my money and go and make it in the outside salon. And I didn't feel like, oh, these people are more superior. I don't have, you know, that feeling that many women would have. Oh, I want to also belong. I want to show off. I want to wear what they're wearing. Anything I can wear, anything I could afford, I will buy and I'll be happy. I never compared myself to others. I was never enticed by things that I couldn't afford. And I never, ever envied anybody's lifestyle. But now, I have climbed up the ladder. I am now able to afford hair, human hair worth millions. I'm now able to buy very expensive cars and take vacations abroad. I am not telling you this, don't get me wrong, to depict myself as holier than thou or perfect. No. I am trying to buttress to you what contentment did to me and what it can do to you if you embrace it, if you're patient with yourself. The more you compare your life and yourself to strangers who fake perfection online, to people who are on a different journey from you, the more you will keep feeling inadequate and be pressured to put your hands into things that you may not be proud of in the next 10-15 years. This pressure to belong and to represent and to pepper, to press necks, have pushed a lot of girls, plenty of girls as a matter of fact, into very dangerous situations. Borrowing beyond your limits, chasing validation from strangers who do not give two about you. Please, once again, I beg, do not live your life on anybody's terms or pace. Live your life on your own terms and pace. Thirdly and lastly, before we close this video, that luxury lifestyle, it looks good, it looks sweet in the longer throats, but many times it comes at a very high price. Some socialites do have a viable, verifiable, legitimate source of living, of maintaining that socialite persona, but honestly, many do not. Some are involved in series of transactional sex with all sorts of people and even animals sometimes. Yes, some through fraud, some through drugs. Go and watch the history, no, not history, the documentary of what our African leaders, beauties, are doing in the Middle East, what they are doing in Dubai. True life story, Kuru Kuru. How our leaders, angels perfectly made by God, are going to Dubai to eat inshi. When they tell you ta inshi, it's supposed to be rhetoric. Man, in real life, some people na ta inshi, they eat shit. Some will rub poop all over their bodies. It's a fetish. What levels do they not condescend to be able to afford that lifestyle that you see and you start blaming yourself and your God? Surgery after surgery to attain a certain look, to look a certain way, to attract their target audience, their potential clients. And it never stops because you always have to keep up that style. You do not want to nosedive. You do not want to be laughed at. You, of course, as you are climbing the ladder, you are climbing your enmity. You are climbing with enemies. You are making enemies. So you have to maintain that status. And that is why you hear some people say, women that do all those kind of things, the devil steals their destiny. You know, when you hear steal their destiny, you would think that maybe the devil comes out with black calabash and no. There is a logical explanation for how that destiny can be stolen. So just imagine you now at 28, 25, Ama Reginald is 25, and she didn't just start this socialite thing today. So just imagine you at 21 already. You are already rolling with people that are buying you Lamborghini, buying you Ferrari and Bugatti. You're already used to laying with top shots, people's husbands, politicians, Arabs, anything for that money. You find yourself, your status, your level, in a place where you cannot even bring yourself to date people that actually mean well, people that can actually give you a future or a life or a family. You cannot be attracted to Kola Wole working in GT Bank, earning 500,000. That person is out of your league. So you find yourself in a place where it's unsustainable. You always be that item. You cannot stay here. You cannot stay there. The people up here cannot keep you. The people down here, you do not want them. Time is going. By the time you get to a certain age, you just find yourself that you don't even know what you are doing with your life. Then you start looking for somebody's husband that you come and... Those men have exposed you and given you a lifestyle that no reasonable young guy can give you. So you are stuck with sleeping with old people. That can be a theft of destiny. So young odugus, upcoming odugus. Before you envy somebody else's lifestyle, especially those that you do not see a clear, verifiable source, before you envy that lifestyle, think, ask yourself, am I able to or willing to do what these people do? Please reflect on everything that we have discussed and send this video to your younger sisters, younger brothers, cousins, nephew, nieces. This generation coming behind us, they are very hot though. Gen Alpha, Gen Z, Gen X, all gens. They are very far from the millennials and the ones that came before. So we need to keep talking to them, advising them in a friendly manner, and praying that we all get the wisdom that can come from only God. Please drop down in the comment section what you think about everything that we have discussed. And of course, on this individual standing trial in our court today, the accused, the BURNA boy, do you certify him guilty or not guilty? Drop your thoughts down in the comments section. That said, court rise. The hammer has been slammed. Court rise. If you're new here, you're seeing me for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. Drop all your comments down in the comment section and stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl, Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.